In this video presented by www.free-academy.com, we're going to continue our practice of complex trigonometric derivative problems by doing problem 18 out of the text. This problem is going to require the use of our product rule and our quotient rule, so let me write those out here. The product rule is if you have the derivative of one function times another, f times g, it's equal to f prime g plus g prime f. And the quotient rule is if you have one function divided by another is equal to g f prime minus f g prime over g squared. Although you probably, if you haven't had those memorized already, you should probably make a point of doing that because it's very important for doing calculus. Now, because problem 18 is so complicated, we're going to do everything we can to simplify it beforehand. But there isn't much we can do. We can take a look at cosine of x times cosecant of x. Cosecant of x is 1 over sine of x, so this is equal to cosine of x divided by sine of x, which is, of course, cotangent of x. So I'll just, we'll be short on space by the time we're done this, so I'll just rewrite it there. 3 minus cotangent of x. This is equal to our f over g, and now there isn't much we can do short of actually solving our, well, finding f and we found g, so we need f prime and g prime, and we need to plug it into the formula. So f is equal to x squared plus 1 times the cotangent of x. F prime, this is going to be product rule with f and g. I'm going to skip the steps, but it's going to be equal to 2x times the cotangent of x plus x squared plus 1 derivative of cotangent of x, which is negative cosecant of x. And you can work that out yourself just in case you don't trust me. G is equal to 3 minus the cotangent of x. So g prime, which I'll write over here, is equal to derivative of 3 is 0, derivative of negative cotangent of x is negative cosecant of x. The negatives squared. The negatives multiply each other, so this is equal to positive cosecant squared of x. So now we have f prime, g prime. Let's plug it into our quotient rule and let's get the derivative. So f prime of x is going to be equal to g times f prime, 2x cotangent of x, minus x squared plus 1 cosecant of x, minus f, x squared plus 1 cotangent of x, times g prime, which is cosecant squared of x. This is all divided by g squared, 3 minus cotangent of x squared. And just noticing really quick, this is cosecant squared. Made a little error there. If you want to be ambitious, you can simplify this down, which I would highly recommend if you ever came up with something like this and you need to keep doing operations on it. The only thing that is immediately obvious to me in simplifying is the cotangent times the x squared times the cosecant squared is equal to the x squared times the cotangent the cosecant squared. And we have two different minus signs, so this would be a positive and this would be a negative, so those would cancel. Beyond that, I'm not particularly familiar with anything that would cancel out here, so, well, actually, x squared plus 1 cosecant squared minus cotangent, this would actually all cancel out. Alright, so this simplification won't really be that bad. This will be equal to 3 minus cotangent of x times 2x cotangent of x over 3 minus cotangent of x squared. I'm not going to guarantee that because I did it pretty quickly in my head, so you can check that result for yourself. But either way, this is the correct derivative. And, well, that is that. So, on to more complex problems. In the next several videos, we're actually going to be taking the second derivative of a lot of trig functions, so tune in for those.